Grand opening.
Amazing turnout, wide community support.
A big crowd turns out to celebrate the new home of Irving's Police Athletic League. Hear from people with close bonds to the program. Clearing the shelters.
Take care of it. Hopefully we have some good memories.
Dozens of pets are in new homes after a major animal adoption event. We will look at the impact of this campaign. Knowledge stream.
They kind of get the gist of like, holy cow, that's supposed to be sewer water.
Water Utilities is hoping these kids develop good habits at a young age. See the lessons they are working to spread. And the story behind a new restaurant's unusual name. Now on City Source. Electric car owners have a new ultra-fast option for charging their vehicles. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. We'll have the location of that new charger in a few minutes, but we begin with a grand opening years in the making. Irving's Police Athletic League is now located in the former National Guard Armory next to Lively Point Youth Center. The opening celebration was packed, and we were there for the festivities. Beating the drums, punching the bags, and cutting the ribbon. All part of the grand opening celebration for the new home of Irving's Police Athletic League.
I'm overwhelmed. I'm very excited. It has been a long time coming.
Everyone's supporting this effort, and the effort is for these kids.
Hundreds of people turned out to see the new digs.
And he got it rolling.
Community leaders, volunteers, and donors put in the work to turn the former National Guard Armory into this space that will serve young people. IPAL offers free programs for those 8 to 18.
Their commitment to our kids has really made a difference in the community because they know they have a safe place to come.
Everyone in this crowd has a proud PAL connection.
I grew up in the PAL, so this is where I came up, this is where I grew up, and so it's cool now being a police officer for the city.
I started here when I was 8 years old, and I grew up in Irving PAL, and because of Irving PAL, I'm able to be Irving ISD teacher as well.
Now she's waiting for her daughter to be old enough to start here.
I want her to actually be a boxer like I was.
She seems ready to go.
I know she does. She loves it.
This grand opening attracted PAL participants and volunteers who span generations.
The very first person I want to acknowledge is the great-grandmother of boxing in Irving.
I introduced Lily Coronado. Her husband and sons are the first coaches here.
The very first year that PAL started, I was the head coach that began over in Plymouth Park Shopping Center.
When I was a kid, when I was his age, Plymouth Park Shopping Center wasn't this kind of atmosphere, wasn't this kind of facility. You know, we went from having a makeshift ring on the ground to now what you see out here.
Don Bolke continues to volunteer in his third decade as fitness coach.
You know, I've seen thousands and thousands of kids come through here. And I can assure you this is a fabulous program. It keeps kids off the street.
It's because I was in the Irving PAL. I got off and I was too tired to do anything else.
Now, with more space, there are plans to expand the number of programs PAL offers.
Hopefully by the end of September, we will start our wrestling and jiu-jitsu classes.
This is what we should be doing. We should be getting with our youth and making sure that they're safe, having a safe place to grow and develop, and that's what this is about. We're really, really proud of this program.
With the new facility open, the focus is on generations to come.
Coming from me, I want to be a police officer when I grow up.
Building strong bodies and respected members of the community.
That's what this program is about.
Yeah, a lot of enthusiasm there. Along with boxing and fitness, the Irving Police Athletic League also has an active urban outdoors program. Learn more about the various PAL opportunities at irvingpal.com. More than 200 dogs and cats are in loving new homes. The month-long animal adoption event called Clear the Shelters wrapped up at the Animal Care Campus. You can see photos of some of the happy new family additions filling up a window in the lobby. The Clear the Shelters campaign started in Irving and spread nationwide through a partnership with NBC. This year, Irving Animal Services hosted a celebration to conclude the month with some special attractions, and our team caught up with some of those who found a furry new friend.
Yeah, since I was little, I always had dogs, you know, growing up. But now that the girls are older, we have a chance now to get a dog.
My mom been wanting a cat for a long time, so me and my dad ended up coming to the shelter
to pick one up. Make a surprise for her. Like, make her do a little scavenger hunt and then make her from the cat.
We really just have to keep their names out there and keep their pictures out there. We rely on a lot of people, not only staff, but volunteers and just the general public that really cares about the shelter pets, to really be kind of the ambassador for the pets here in the shelter.
Clear the Shelters is also all about bringing awareness to animal shelters and all of the ways to get involved, even if adoption is not an option for you.
You can look into fostering cats or kittens or dogs or puppies. You can also sign up to volunteer. You can sign up to help transport dogs, if they needed to go somewhere else. There are just so many opportunities to really make a difference in the lives of shelter pets beyond just the adoption.
If you missed Clear the Shelters, Irving Animal Services and the DFW Humane Society have great pets year-round, and there are also frequent adoption promotions. In addition, we showcase Pets of the Week from the Animal Care Campus here on CitySource and at youtube.com/the City of Irving. The City of Irving will go back to twice-a-week manual trash collection on Monday, December 4th. City leadership is working to balance the desires of residents with the wellness of Solid Waste Services collection crew members. Along with twice-a-week trash collection, recycling as well as brush and bulky materials will be picked up once a week. The change will require the city to hire an additional 21 collections employees. A rate increase is needed to fund those additional positions and provide a wage increase for employees. Updates will be available at cityofirving.org/SWS, and we'll also keep you informed here on CitySource. Irving City Council is considering the budget for the next fiscal year, which begins on October 1st, and there are opportunities for input. A public hearing is set for Thursday, September 7th at 7 p.m. at Irving City Hall. You can also ask questions by emailing askthebffs@cityofirving.org. In this case, BFF stands for Budget Fiscal Friends. There is also information posted at cityofirving.org/budget. The City Council is scheduled to adopt a budget on September 14th. September is National Preparedness Month. The goal is to raise awareness that disasters and emergencies can happen anytime. Irving's Office of Emergency Management is among thousands of agencies nationwide working to spread the word. Jason Carrier is Irving's Emergency Management Coordinator, and he joins us now. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having us, Thomas.
Sure, and this is always a timely topic. In just the past few weeks, we've talked about devastating wildfires in Hawaii. The tropics are becoming more active, and we see dangerous heat at home. So what's the message you want to spread?
So National Preparedness Month is an observance each year to encourage people to be prepared, to have a disaster preparedness kit, have a plan, know their context, know what they're going to do when a disaster happens. So while we celebrate it in September, it's something that residents, businesses should do year-round in order to prepare themselves for all hazards that may impact them.
Yeah, and I see you brought a lot of things with you. The makings of an emergency kit, when you talk about planning ahead, give us some highlights about some of the things we should be thinking about.
Absolutely. So every emergency kit or a preparedness kit or go bag, whatever you want to call it, should be tailored to fit you and your family. So there's certain things in there that you want to have in all kits, like a first aid kit right here that you can get anywhere, toilet paper, weather radio, canned goods, as well as a can opener, bottled water, Kleenexes, flashlight make sure you have batteries, and then any other items that you may need, such if you have little kids, you may want to have some baby food in there, diapers, wipes, things to keep them occupied like coloring books, regular books, puzzles, and then if you have pets, we already mentioned the pet food and leashes, but any special items needed for your pets. And then older family members, so if they may be on special medications or need certain medical devices, it's good to have those in your kits, as well as every year we highly recommend going through your kit and making sure nothing's expired, you have everything you need, things like that.
Yeah, so every family's kit is going to look different, it sounds like. And what's the time frame? How long should we be looking to prepare?
Usually the recommendation is up to 72 hours, but I like to plan ahead, or you don't know how much you're going to consume, so put a little bit extra food in there, extra water, just in case you need it. It's there. It's not really costing you anything extra. When you go to the grocery store, buy a can or two extra. The same thing with your water and things like that expire. Just buy a little bit extra here and there, and it really doesn't have to be expensive.
And we're talking about preparedness in the month of September, but for your team, the Office of Emergency Management, the work is ongoing year-round. Give us some insight into what happens with the city.
Absolutely. So our main goal for our office is to make sure the city is prepared to respond outward. So if an incident happens, whether it be a major hazmat incident, a fire, that we're there to support the first responders and make sure they have the tools they need to get their jobs done. So we do lots of planning ahead of time, going through the what-if scenarios. You know, what if this happens? How are we going to respond? What are we going to do? So we write plans, we do training and exercises primarily for first responders, but we do incorporate other city departments that have somewhat of a response or support role. So just to make sure we're ready to go at any time, no matter what happens.
Yeah, and Irving could even be involved. This is top of mind right now if a hurricane or other tropical system were to hit the Gulf Coast. Give us some insight.
Absolutely. So Irving has had the pleasure of hosting evacuees from either Louisiana, Mississippi, or the Texas coast. DFW is the major shelter hub in North Texas, so we will support them up here until it's safe for them to go home.
Jason Carrier from the Office of Emergency Management, thanks so much for being here.
All right, thanks for having us.
And you can find more information at cityofirving.org/emergency-management. Check this out. It's a new ultra-fast electric vehicle charging station, and it's now available at the South Irving Library. This boost charger can fully charge an EV in about 30 minutes compared to 3 or 4 hours on a standard charger. Federal grant funds paid for this equipment, and it will be free for residents to use for the next 3 years. We're told that this is the first city-owned fast charger in Texas. Some youngsters involved in the summer camp program at Center Park Rec Center learned some important and fun lessons from Irving Water Utilities. The goal is to help kids develop good habits they may want to share with their families. Take a look.
Today we are here doing a wastewater summer camp.
I'm really happy that I'm getting to learn new stuff.
So we're going to be doing our SSO demonstration, which is the sanitary sewer overflow. So that's caused by when our sanitary sewer pipes get clogged with things like fatbergs or even like tree roots and things like that can get in there and cause our sanitary sewer system to back up and come out of the manhole lids you see around the city.
Whenever we come out to take care of issues like that, we send big trucks like this.
So that truck is generally used for clearing sewer lines, cleaning them, so we don't get sanitary sewer overflows.
We put some mud and yucky stuff inside of this pipe, this clear pipe, so y'all can see what these nozzles do.
When they first turned it on, when the water was like coming out, I like gasped.
They kind of get the gist of like, holy cow, that's supposed to be sewer water, right? And so luckily it's not. This is just coming from a fire hydrant, but it definitely gets the point across. Through! Give me 3. This is the toilet toss game.
They give you something and you have to throw it in the right thing. Flushable wipes, you still throw them in the trash. And Q-tips go in the trash. They don't go in the toilet because if they do, it could cause a flood or something worse. You can do toilet paper, but not anything else.
We're just trying to get kids to be kind of like, civil-minded per se, kind of conscious of there's a whole system and group of people kind of keeping things in the city running.
It's very important because it can help us protect Irving.
They seem to love it. It's just great getting out in the community.
Yeah, definitely a fun way to learn. And here is another reminder from Water Utilities. Watering restrictions continue through October 31st. If your address ends in a non-number, irrigation is allowed on Sundays and Wednesdays. If your address ends in an even number, Tuesdays and Saturdays are your days to water. Irrigation is not allowed between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. on all days. That's when evaporation rates are highest. More details at cityofirving.org/waterutilities. High school football is back in action across Texas, and that means the return of the Irving ISD Game of the Week right here on ICTN. Our longtime viewers know this is a tradition, and now we're adding something new. ICTN will show 6 Irving ISD high school football games this fall, and all of them will be streamed live on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/thecityofirving. You see the schedule on your screen right now. Nimitz, MacArthur, and Irving High will each have 3 featured games this season. And all of those games are scheduled to start at 7 p.m. on the dates you see. Sicky's Garage chose Irving as the location for its first restaurant in Texas. Our team was there for the grand opening ribbon cutting and found out the story behind the unusual name.
Today we're celebrating our ribbon cutting here at Sicky's Garage Burgers and Brews.
It was founded, there were 4 guys who liked to work on motorcycles and cars, and they started to hang out in a local garage, and they would grill burgers and have beers, and they enjoyed themselves so much that they started to call in and take sickies, hence Sicky's Garage.
Everything's bigger in Texas, and 50 burgers, 50 brews, what's bigger than that?
We're excited to be here in Irving. There's a lot of accessibility. There are a lot of diverse businesses, a robust business community. So it's a very, very vibrant market for us here in Irving.
We feel so welcome. We're so excited to be here.
It's great for the work that we're doing, and the council's doing, and steady staff, and giving what the residents really are they're asking for, which is unique dining experiences. So I appreciate them being here.
We're excited to get started here in Texas. We're here to be a part of the community, and we think we'll fit right in.
Find more grand openings and groundbreakings on our business and economic development playlist at youtube.com/The City of Irving. Movies on Main is happening at Heritage Park Friday nights this September. It's a chance to watch some classic movies on the big screen, and here's what's still to come. On September 8th, watch The Bad Guys. On September 15th, Super Mario Brothers is the movie. And the series wraps up on September 22nd with Vivo. Attendees are encouraged to bring a lawn chair or blanket. Food vendors will be there, and restaurants in the Heritage District will be open to welcome customers. Keep Irving Beautiful is inviting residents and groups to sign up for the 32nd annual Trash Bash. It will be on Saturday, September 23rd at T.W. Richardson Grove Park. KIB will provide supplies and lunch. Along with the cleanup, participants also have a chance to visit several exhibits and take on some fun activities. Learn more and sign up at cityofirving.org/KIB. It is time now to meet our pets of the week. So let's check in with Irving Animal Services at the Animal Care Campus.
Hi, I'm Michael Whiteside coming to you from the Irving Animal Care Campus. And today we have 2 amazing dogs to introduce you to, beginning with the beautiful Lucy. She is an 8-year-old boxer mix, and she was surrendered by her owner, but she is one of the sweetest dogs that we have in the shelter right now. She loves everybody, she loves other dogs, and she's just going to be a sweetheart that just needs to live her remaining years in a great home. Next up, we have Kane, and he's new to the shelter here, but he's about a 2-year-old black lab mix, and he is another one has been around kids, has been around other dogs, and is one of the sweetest guys we have right now. He's a big guy with a big heart, and he just needs a great family to spend the rest of his life with.
All right, thanks a lot. The Animal Care Campus is located at 4140 Valley View Lane. Check out the websites you see on your screen for hours and to see more adoptable animals. A preview of Illuminate Irving is coming up next time on City Source. Also, we have brought you some heartwarming stories of mortgage-free homes for veterans. We'll have another one to share with you on our next edition of City Source as Irving once again partners with Operation Finally Home. Remember, you can always email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. Also find us on YouTube, youtube.com/The City of Irving. We are always adding new content, so it is a good idea to subscribe. And while you're there, hit that like button on the videos you watch and leave us some positive comments. And don't forget, you can look for updates on events and initiatives across the major social media platforms at the City of Irving. And that's it for this edition of City Source. Thanks for watching, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time.